Hi. I threatened I was going to do this, and looks like I'm going to do it. I'm going to suss out what I'm doing. Like I'm trying to suss what I'm doing here. I keep clicking these buttons, and I have no understanding of what I'm actually doing. But that's alright because I keep clicking buttons, and so eventually I'll learn. How are we all going? Are we all having a good time? Are we all, no, of course we're not having a good time. Well, maybe you should. That's what you should do. You should time because you should take advantage of this. Should look at positive ways to appreciate the situation that we're in, if possible. Check that out. I'm in Australia, for those that don't know, and that means I've got absolutely shit internet, so you may or may not be able to see any imaging on the screen. You may or may not even be able to hear my voice because of the shit internet in Australia. But I wanted to say, I don't know what I'm doing. You see, I thought that if I went to this waiting for live video thing here on Faceyaki, that I'd be able to maybe see people's comments when I was streaming. But of course that's not going to work, is it? That would be too easy. So yeah, I think I used to be able to see people's comments once when I was doing this. I wonder how I'm going to be able to work that out. Let me think about it. There are ways around this, of course. If people went to Mumble, looks like I can't go to Mumble. That's what's going on. I got kicked off Mumble because this stream's taking up all my bandwidth. I better just get out of that for the moment. That way it'll stop making a noise in the background. So I can't show you anything online because my internet bandwidth is just so shit. Means I've kind of got to pre-record everything I want to show you. Because streaming's just going to be painful. Oh, I've got some personal communications. I think I know who that's from. What a time. What a time for personal communications when I'm live online. People are going to get the wrong impression. They're going to think that, I'm getting private messages all the time. Oh, and speaking of people that are sending me private messages all the time, all of a sudden, can you stop? Please? Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't like getting a lot of private messages unless it's something personally directed to me. If you're going to send me news about the world, just post it to my timeline or some shit. But don't stick it in a PM to me, because I don't want to deal with people one on one. Anyone that knows me, will know that you will rue the day if you get into a private messenger session with me. Right? I will keep you talking for hours and hours and hours. You will regret it. I will make sure of it. Okay? So, number one, don't PM me. And if you do, be prepared to put aside hours to talk to me. That's probably the thing you need to understand. So, I'm ignoring everyone that's just sticking videos and crap in my PMs at the moment, in my personal messages. But don't do it. Stop doing it, please. I'd appreciate it. Because any more than about 3 messages at once and I just start to freak out, man. I think I'm going viral and all that kind of crap. So, just mellow out, okay? Now, what do I want to say? Oh, I wanted to say that coronavirus is just, we don't know how it's going to affect us in the future, so there's no point in talking about it much. We can discuss what a balls up the politicians are making of the whole thing. We can discuss that. What I would actually like to try and do is to organise some kind of community response for helping people that are unable to help themselves during this. And I understand that, I understand that we're supposed to be in lockdown, and I understand that the authorities are not going to want vigilantes wandering the streets. Okay, so I understand that. But I am very fearful that people are not being taken care of properly as well. And I have thought about in the last few weeks, and I haven't done it, but I have thought about setting up a group on Facebook in the local area for supporting people that need support during coronavirus. I haven't done it, right? But I've thought about doing it. And I just wonder about the logistics of keeping yourself safe and not infecting other people, because everything at the moment's up in the air, in as much as nothing's finalised. As I said in a status update before, today's information might be tomorrow's fake news. People are saying, here the government are telling us to stay at the moment 1.5 metres apart, a minimum. Well, they're saying 1.5. We've got other medical professionals around the world saying that 1.5 isn't enough. Would you err on the side of safety and stay a bit further than 1.5 metres away? I would say yes. I would recommend yes. And what about all the other people that aren't? Well, I don't know. I will just say this, and I've tried to explain this to a few people now, that some time ago, the Chinese government they were tracking down how people were getting coronavirus, and they had done a study on a man that had coronavirus, and he'd gone onto a bus, and it turned out that another person on the bus got coronavirus, and they think that this is the only way the other person could have got coronavirus. And because the bus had a video in it, so when they reviewed all the video and everything, that they picked this one in particular because there's no way that the two came in contact with each other at all. Okay, they didn't touch the same areas in the bus. Okay, one come in through a back door, the other one come in through a front door, type of thing. Like they sat 6.5 meters apart, and yet one person was still able to get to the other person. Now I'm suggesting that 1.5 meters isn't suitable, and I'm suggesting that we don't know. That's what I'm suggesting. And the best way to deal with it is social distancing and stay locked up at home. That's probably all I really wanted to say. There's a lot of disinformation out there. I mean, what I just recounted about the Chinese study, if you like, could have been complete garbage, total misinformation. So only time will tell. When other studies are done, they'll either verify that or they'll poo-poo it. And just depending on the reputation of the prestigious authority, you will believe or disbelieve, I guess. Anyway, that's all I want to say. Thank you. Thanks for your time. I'm going to turn this off now. Bye. And that's